Welcome to another episode on our channel. We're starting to gear up for the next giveaway process, which we had said initially would be in July or when we had 2,500 subscribers, whichever came first. And we don't know how that will all work out, but July isn't that far down the road. It's less than 4 months away. And we want to kind of get ahead of this thing. The downside this time around is that it has to remain within the United States, unfortunately. We were committed to try to send things internationally, but since then we found out that with some countries, this could be an economic burden, not just to us, but to the person receiving the item in terms of just normal things you have to contend with in terms of things being shipped to your country. And now with things kind of being on shaky grounds here in the United States, we don't know what it's going to be like a month from now or 4 months from now. So we're going to be cautious this time and just offer it domestically to the United States. So, and there'll be 5 gifts on the table. We're going to simplify it a lot. 5 gifts on the table. And I'm starting to look at my collection in terms of scaling back. And I've decided one of the items is what I'm going to be talking about today that you've already seen, but you'll see it again. And I'm going to add something else. I'm going to try to do that with each thing on the table. You know, it may be one thing, it may be more than one thing. So I'm still deliberating about some things, but for sure you will get one thing, you may get 2 things. We'll see what happens. But we'll pause right now and get set up to show you what I've earmarked as one of the possibilities of the 5 gifts. We'll be right back. We are back, and this is the first thing for sure on the table. It's the silver Medusa. They actually, TBLeague actually came up with 4 of them. 2 of them were called silver Medusas and 2 of them gold Medusas. Now, I'm not sure why they didn't just sell 2 of them with 2 different head sculpts. That would have made a lot more sense, but they sold 4, each with its own head sculpt. So you could get the version that has the closed mouth head sculpt or teeth-bearing grr head sculpt. And the snake is gray, the armor on the figure is silver. Those are 2 of the silver version Medusas, one with the open grr mouth, teeth-bearing, or closed mouth. And I have the closed mouth version. So we'll be showing her in a second. They actually came up with 2 gold versions. Same thing, closed mouth, grr mouth, teeth bearing. The snake is green. The armor is green, but it does have gold embellishments in the armor. So this, they called those 2 Medusas gold, the gold versions. And this one is one of 2 of the silver versions. So we'll pause, get her on rotating turn tray, and let you see what she looks like. We'll be right back. We are back, and we get into some Greek mythology. Medusa is one of 3 sisters, the only mortal one of the 3 sisters that have snakes instead of hair, and anyone who looks on them will be turned into stone. So, somewhere along the way, a king by the name of Polydectes wanted to marry the Greek hero Perseus's mother. And so he sent Perseus off to kill Medusa. Probably in the back of his mind, he's convinced that Perseus will be turned into stone, and then he will be free to marry Perseus's mother. Well, the gods heard about it and sent help. Athena gave Perseus a shield with a mirror on it. Hermes gave Perseus sandals with gold wings. Hephaestus gave Perseus a sword, and Hades gave Perseus the helm of invisibility. So he put the cap on, the helm, he was invisible. Through these forces, he was able to decapitate Medusa, cut her head off. But the head still retained its powers to turn anybody who looked on it into stone. And somewhere along the way, Perseus got King Polydectes to look at Medusa, and he was turned into stone. And after that was accomplished, he gave Medusa's head to Athena, who in turn put her head on her shield. So, closure, I guess. Payback too. Karma, right? What goes around comes around. Polydectes was turned into stone. So there's your story. I don't know how they came up with it, but that's the story. We'll be right back and show you the rest of the things that come with Medusa in just a second. So here is Medusa. She comes with this awesome base. It's not overly heavy, but it does what it's supposed to do. You can only put it on one way. If you see the little wiggle lines there, it's not going to go anywhere once you got it on the right way. She's not going to tip over. The figure does come out. It's a seamless body, so it does come out if you want it to come out. And you can dress her separate from the snake part. So she comes with, of course, a lower body on her. You can put calf armor on her, lower leg armor on her. She comes with shoes, high heel shoes, by the way, because that was important back during Greek mythology times to have high heel shoes. But it matches. We're good, right? All right, so you got lower calf armor, you got lower arm armor or gauntlets, you've got the chest armor, and you've got an outfit around her midsection that helps protect the body from the snake. You got the armor that can hang on the outside of the snake. So it's pretty decked out in that sense. You have this little red piece of material that comes with it. And it is hard to know what to do with it because there weren't any pictures from TBLeague to help guide you or anything in the instructions to help guide you. I've seen some people put it around the tail for some reason. I don't know. I'd be tempted to kind of, I don't know, just put it in a position where it can kind of accentuate something that you might put on the snake, like, I don't know, a sword. She comes with an awesome sword. It's plastic, but it's an awesome sword with like a green gem in it. So if you wanted to kind of just put that there, so it's more visible that way, that might be something I might do. She comes with a trident, which matches better because it has this red gem in it, matches her outfit on her skirt. It's mostly hidden on the inside, but some on the outside and the front. But that reddish gem does match very well with this material here. So that's cool. And what's cooler still is this bow. I love this bow. It is so awesome looking. It's just well made. It has the same look of the armor, right here in the middle, on the ends, and so forth. And it's plastic. You can tell it's plastic, but it is painted nicely, so it looks like wood. It's very awesome looking. And she comes with 3 arrows. Now, one of these arrows did break, not at the arrow end, but this other, the other end, and I did super glue it back on. So just so you know, one did break, but it's back together now. Just treat it kindly, you'll be okay. 3 arrows, and then she's got 2 other sets of hands. The hands that she has on right now are gripping hands. She has what I call anyway, grr hands, grr. And she's got these hands. Grr. Yeah. So they're curled, like you're trying to scratch somebody's eyes out. And then she has relaxed hands. So relaxed hands are here. And she really has pointy fingernails, and they're black. So, yeah. And long. Yeah, so they can do damage. Which makes you wonder, I don't know. Why do you need a sword? Why do you need a trident? Why do you need a bow and arrow? If somebody looking at you, and I don't know if there's like a distance you have to be within, but if they look at you, they're supposed to turn to stone. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. But I suppose if somebody covers their eyes and tries to fight with you, that's when the trident will come in handy, and or the sword or the bow and arrow. But I don't know. You're already on shaky ground if you look at her. So it's just interesting, that's all. I have all these questions I ask sometimes. So anyway, that's what she comes with, and let's get her on a turn tray and put some things into her hands and then kind of go side to side. So we'll be right back. So this is how I would show her, how I had been displaying her. And this is the arrow that was damaged, but it's holding its own. And just be careful with this one. So she's holding the arrow in her left hand, and you might be asking, was she left-handed? Well, there's no definitive evidence that I could find that she was left-handed or right-handed, but there was an Argentinian Italian by the name of Luciano Garbati who created the sculpture of Medusa holding a sword in her left hand and Perseus's head in her right hand. He was really inspired by her tragic story when he saw a sculpture of Cellini who had Perseus holding Medusa's head. So he created his own sculpture and made her apparently left-handed. So whether she was left-handed or right-handed or not, I don't know, but TBLeague did show her holding the arrow in her left hand. So I'm going to go with that and put it in the left hand. But wonderful bow, wonderful set of 3 arrows. And these are actually cold to the touch. They're substantial. They're not plastic. The sword is plastic, you can tell. This piece, everything is plastic from what I can see and feel, as is the trident. So the only thing I think that is substantial metal is the inner part of the arrow and the ends of each end of the arrow. So anyway, let's just go side to side here so you can see her from this distance. She is You know, I mean, this is very unique. When I first saw it, I went, wow, that's cool. I need to add that to my collection. But I am running out of space. Eventually, we all do. So, so we'll pause now and get some tighter close-ups of her from here on up. We'll be right back. So here's a better close-up of her. You can start to see the snakes in her hair. You see what looks like horns or maybe the teeth of the snake here replicated also in her lower arm armor gauntlets, also replicated in her lower leg armor on the sides. So I'll just go side to side here. She is holding that arrow, and it is holding steady with this super glue. Yeah. Now we need to get definitely a tight close-up of her face so you can really see the snakes pop out. So you can see the snakes. They're all over the place, as you can see. I have no idea why she's associated with snakes. I didn't read that far along. But it is unique. It's very creative. There you go. Why they didn't create two versions instead of four, I don't know. You could have had two heads and one set, so you could choose between which head you wanted to use, change them out periodically. I don't know. It's just a decision I guess somebody made somewhere. So anyway, I have the more subdued look silver Medusa. So I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the next episode, like I said, I will show you something I probably will include with this Medusa, more of a custom type figure. So you get something that's a complete package and a custom together, one of the giveaway gift prizes. So I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.